Okay, so I just thought I'll do another video. I've done a couple recently, so I thought I'd do another one while I'm on a roll. Today I'm just going to do a quick meal. It's more of an experimental thing with just what I had laying around, and I'll show you what I'm up to. Okay, so here you can see I've just got some cabbage, some carrots and some chopped up onions, because basically that's just what I got laying around, and I will add some mushrooms in there as well. And I got a bit of leftover tomato, onion, might be mushroom in there, but just what I had laying around, mixture. And then I've got some wraps, so I'm going to try and make a meal with that. But basically I'm going to see if I can cook that down and steam it. I don't know whether you can cook cabbage that way, but that's the way I'm going to do it. If I need to, I'll just throw some water in there and steam it. But here I've got some couscous, and you can see that I've thrown in some mixed herbs and different things. But couscous, if I can find where I put the box. Where did I put the box? But that's what couscous is. And I really like couscous because with spaghetti you use a lot of water, but with couscous you don't. So basically the couscous, from my understanding, is it absorbs whatever you throw in there. So you just throw in whatever spices you want. And I can't do this one-handed, so I'll be back in a sec. But I just throw some water in and mix this around. And that couscous will actually absorb all that water. Like when I first did it, I thought, oh no, I put too much water in, but it will actually absorb all that water. And basically all you do with that boiling water that I've poured in is stick a lid on it. And sit it to the side, and that will cook up. And I'll try and turn the heat down on this. And there's my my mixture cooking there, hopefully. Okay, so here, after a few minutes of doing it, you can see the cabbage is starting to soften up. I don't think the carrots will to the point where I want it to, but as long as the cabbage is nice and soft, that should be okay. If the carrots are a little bit crunchy, but that's coming together quite nicely, as you can see. Okay, so I'll put the lid back on. You can see the lid has a bit of steam, so I'm kind of semi-steaming it, but mainly frying it, I guess. But that's coming together nicely. I got a can of beans, and I've just cranked the lid a bit and drained out all the liquid. So I have some beans. But yeah, that'll take a bit longer to do, so I'll see you back in a minute. I am just about to make a coffee as well. And I've got the couscous there, still cooking away. Okay, so there I have my coffee pouring down. So that's going quite nicely. And I'd even just see if I can and that there is going quite well as well. You can see that that's cabbage is coming together quite nicely. So I might throw some other ingredients in. Okay, so now I've just added in some mushrooms and the beans. So I'll mix all that in together. throw the lid back on. Okay, so you can see that the mushroom's been cooked quite nicely now. So now I'll give it a generous amount of mixed herbs and some garam masala. And trying to do this one-handed, but let's mix all this in. Usually if I had like paprika or what is it, cajun, can't remember the name of it, but I got other spices that I've run out of. Some chili flakes, actually I might even put chili flakes in a second. But for just what I had left over, just laying in the van, this meal looks like it's going to turn out pretty good. Let's see if I can keep the camera where it is while I get the chili flakes. So there's a fairly generous serve of chili flakes. And stir that through. The carrot actually looks like it's coming up good actually. Yep. So that there is pretty much done. So yeah, I might dish it up. Okay, so here's how the couscous turned out. And basically what you do, which I'm not going to be able to do this one-handed, but you flake up the couscous. So I'll do that and then show you. So basically you just stir it through, loosen it, all the couscous up, and you can see that the herbs and stuff that I had in there, the spices, are all mixed together really nicely, and there's no excess water, which is really cool. So now I'll load up one of these to eat. Alright, so there's some of the couscous loaded up, and now I'll add some of the other mixture. Okay, so there it is with the beans, the cabbage, the carrot, and the mushroom. So yeah, there's a piece of mushroom there, and I'll just wrap that up and eat it. And there's the wrap in one hand. I've taken a few bites out of it already, and it's pretty good. Okay, so I've just had three large wraps filled basically as much as I could put in it and still wrap it up, and I've still got like half the couscous left, which I'll probably finish off just snack on over the next hour or so to finish that off, because I don't think it really can be reused that easily. And I still have plenty of this mixture left, which I'll be able to have for dinner. So still plenty there. So that is a pretty easy meal. You'll notice I use no water for cooking that cabbage up, which is pretty cool. Because in a van you don't necessarily have access to water all the time, so I was able to do that with no water for the carrots and the cabbage, onion and mushroom I put in there. So I just used a little bit of water for the couscous, and all that water got used, so none of it got thrown away like you would with rice or pasta. And I made a coffee as well when I boiled the water, so that's pretty good. As for costing, the cabbage was $4, and I can use that for 3 meals. Bag of carrots was $1. Obviously that'll change based on season, but $1 that you'd probably get three meals at least, maybe 4. And onions, $2.50 for a kilo bag, so you can use them for several meals. And what else did I have? Oh, the mushrooms was $2.50. That varies. I usually buy a couple of things of mushrooms when they're on special, because, you know, one day it'll be $2.50, the next it'll be like $4 or $5, and it's like, really? Well, why the variation? So when it drops to $2.50, I usually buy a couple of containers of them. I used roughly half the mushrooms in that particular meal, so I get 2 meals out of that $2.50 mushroom. Couscous is $1.75 for a box of the Coles branded one. I'm pretty sure it's $1.75. Less than $2 anyway. I know it's less than $2 because it's $1 something. And you can use them for several meals, like probably 6 meals maybe. I'm not sure exactly, but 6 to 8. But yeah, I've used couscous quite a bit. And as you can see, I actually made too much couscous for the meal that I was actually having. And that particular meal, if you don't have a fridge, you could easily eat that meal without a fridge. You'll notice there was no meat with that. You know, I'm not a vegetarian or a vegan, but I do experiment with it from time to time. Just not having the meat, just to save money more than anything. But that was quite an edible meal, and you could do it without a fridge, and it's somewhat healthier for you, I guess. And it was quite a nice meal, so I'll definitely do that again. So if you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. And if you have good, quick, easy van life meals, then post it in the comments below. Alright, I'll see you next time.